Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Sue LeBlanc-Durocher. I am the president of Plattsburgh Sunrise Rotary, and I want to welcome everyone here. You know, it's been a long year. We've had a lot of challenges in the community and throughout our world, and this is such a great opportunity for us to really focus on some happiness and some sunshine in our community. So, with that said, Sunrise Rotary is so happy to be able to be in partnership with the City of Plattsburgh, and Mayor Rosenquest has been outstanding in helping us through this process, and we have such an exciting event to share with you today. So with that said, I would like to talk about in the past, how many years? This is our 44th year of the Regatta and the festival, and we're so excited. Last year we had all these plans in order, and we were so excited, and of course COVID stopped us in our tracks. So this year we're getting momentum, and people are getting vaccinated, and so things are looking wonderful. And so the big announcement this year is that we are moving the festival to a new location in the city. With that, the exciting part of it is it's moving to the City Beach, which, if you aren't aware of it, our City Beach is so amazing that it is the longest sandy beach on fresh water in the United States. So just a little trivia going on for you. And, you know, we should celebrate that. Of course, the Regatta is a lake event. And so we just want to put it out there that we are so excited about this and looking forward to all the positive change that are happening in our world. So with that said, I would like to introduce Dr. Kjell Dahlen, who has been the front runner and organizing all of the regattas. And he is going to share with you what is the same this year for the regatta and what changes are happening. So Dr. Kjell Dahlen, would you please join me?
Thank you, Sue. The regatta is kind of old news in that that's been going on since 1978, and the mayor at the time was very much instrumental in starting the regatta. And the first few years it was run by the city and by Valcourt Sailing Club. Up until 1992, when the Sailing Club found that logistically they didn't have the manpower to run it, and then Sunrise Rotary has taken it over. And a few years after that, the city became very involved with it, and the land activities actually were much more than just the regatta. And for a while, there was more than 7 days of festivities, realizing that that takes a lot of resources, money, and manpower. So it's been difficult for the city to continue doing that. Last year, I was afraid that we might not be able to do the regatta because of the COVID-19. And the sailors early on were very resistant about doing anything. But I thought that if you can get the permission from the health department to do it with COVID restrictions, with just activity on the lake, with no contact between people on land, we end up doing it. But it ended up being a much smaller event than through the years. Through the years, it's been the biggest regatta on the lake. For a while, we had over 100 participants each year. Last year, we were down to less than 30, which at the time I felt was as good as you probably could get. And traditionally, it is a prestigious race in that if you have the hardcore racers on the lake, it's a big bragging right to win the Mayor's Cup. But there's also an opportunity for people who just don't race a lot, but just go out, maybe participate once a year in the cruising division, where you're not allowed to use a lot of sails, and you can do that the race without having a big crew. And the last few years we have also had good participation with catamaran sailors as well. So you can get anything from boats that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars participating to a boat that you can get for $300 and still be competitive in your particular group. This year we're trying to build it up again, some, but we're still careful with the COVID. And it's been so fluid that it's been hard to predict exactly what we were able to do and what we could not do. So we decided this year that we're not going to have a barbecue to be on the safe side. And part of the reason for that is also with sponsorship. It's difficult to get sponsorship when we can't tell organizations or businesses exactly what the product is going to be. And also safety-wise, of course. So as far as the regatta is concerned, it's all going to be on the water. And there are three divisions. One is the racing group, that's where you see the colorful spinnakers. And then there's the cruising group with smaller sails, and then the catamaran group. And we're certainly hoping that we get more participation than last year, but there's still some hesitancy out there. So we're hoping to promote it some, and hope that people can feel that they can go out and feel that it's safe and friendly and competitive.
Thank you, Dr. Dahlen. As you heard, it is still happening this year for the regatta. And to the point of, our Canadian neighbors and friends are not able to cross the border. And that is a large group of people that do sail. So, and they also go to the beach. They love our beach. So hopefully things transition in a positive manner within the year, and we can see more of them. So next in line is we are going to have our president-elect, Jeff Prescott. So I am Sunrise president this year. My time ends June 30th. I am not celebrating, of course, because I've loved this, but Jeff Prescott is the new president starting July 1st. So I'm going to welcome Jeff Prescott to share with the mayor the new T-shirt. Please do.
Thank you, Sue. I get the easy part today. And so we spent some time on this T-shirt. Thank you to the T-shirt staff that worked on this T-shirt for many months, getting it just right, how we were looking to get it. And it highlights the city beach and the throwing off of the mask of COVID, a few other things. 2021 Mayor's Cup T-shirt.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Put it on. Awkwardly and quickly, I'll put this on. Oh, not too awkward. Now it's getting awkward. Now it's uncomfortable. Not too tight. Okay, cool. Wow. Thank you. Thank you to Sunrise Rotary. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks, Doc Dahlen, Jeff, everybody. And this is really the pinnacle of our community. This is one of the most valued keystone, if you will, events in our community. This is one of those events that everybody looks forward to every single year. And so, yeah, it was very disappointing to really not throw ourselves into it last year, but here we are back again and throwing ourselves into a fantastic Mayor's Cup. I'm very excited to see the festivities. I'm very excited to participate. Thank you for organizing again. Thanks for having it at our city beach. The gem, our city beach is a gem, and we want to continue to highlight it. So thank you for hosting it at that location. And I'm very excited to participate as well, as much as I possibly can, to be out there and to help. So yeah, thank you. Awesome.
Thanks for hosting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mayor Rosenquest. This is wonderful. So excited about this.
Yeah.
So yes, I think the creation of this T-shirt is amazing, and as you can see, that the mask is there, and we've all been through. A lot of people have been through a lot, and so it's great to see that it's coming down
And
now.
anything with rainbows on it is
Yeah,
a winner.
fabulous.
It's a winner,
Right?
right? Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Y'all got any questions?
You
Come on in
mentioned,
here.
come on over to
Get on
the
in.
podium.
okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the festival part is going to be at the beach.
Yes.
What sorts of things will be going on?
That is a great question, and I have a list of things that are going to be happening. And you know what? They're transitioning all the time. So we do have a website, and we'll be maintaining that to keep it up, and all the changes that are happening, you'll be informed of that. So there's some really cool things happening this year that we really were able to do in Trinity Park. we'll have a 5K race, and we're going to have Kjell Dahlen is going to share information about that. But I'll go through the list of things, and then I'll have people come up and kind of share what we're doing with those things. So myself and Nikki Buck, we are co-chairs for the festival this year, and she was not able to be here. I just want to share the information. So she is a guru of media compared to myself. So she'll be interacting with Joanne and others on our website. We are also going to have a kayak tour. Town of Plattsburgh has been very generous in offering a kayak tour, and Melanie Defiant was not able to be here today, but she wanted to make sure that everybody understands that the amazing duo, and she's one of them, will be offering this kayak tour, and they'll be going up to Scamotion Creek. You can have your own kayak, or please register to be part of that, and they will have up to, I think, 15 to 20 kayaks available for those that don't own a kayak but want the experience, because some people have never had a chance to do that because they don't own them, and I guess now to buy one is very difficult, so it's an opportunity to get out there. Also, we are going to have basic kayak instruction for children. The town of Beekmantown is offered to be there. I can't give you the times right now for that, but it'll be in the morning, just to show children the safety parts of being on the lake. And if you've never been in a kayak, they can have that experience as well. Cornhole tournament. And if you're not familiar with cornhole, it's a lot of fun. And we have two ladies in our club, Kathy Snow and Lori Delaney, who are, I think they're the tournament queens, I'm pretty sure. And they are going to be coordinating this, and there's going to be 65 teams, I believe. Is that correct?
Up to 64.
Up to 64. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about that. And also we're going to have a volleyball tournament. And we'll have music there, we'll have food trucks, and it's nice because we have had businesses and organizations coming out of the woodwork that want to be part of this. They want to be part of the celebration and supporting it. For those that aren't aware of it, this is one of our largest fundraisers that we do each year. So it's very important that we have the community involved in this. And part of this whole piece is really exciting. There are people that even in the city or live in the town have never been to the City Beach. And I grew up going there, so I think it's amazing. But the people outside of the city have to pay. They pay a fee to park, and it's $8 normally. But Mayor Rosenquest and the city have been so generous that they are giving the price to $4, so it'll be half price that one day. However, it's even better than that because Sunrise Rotary is going to pick up the rest of that. So it'll be free for those who have never been to the City Beach, that live outside the city or out of the town of Plattsburgh. So a lot of great things happening. And there are, again, I mentioned before, there are businesses and organizations that would love to be part of this, and you'll hear more about it through our website and so forth. So first up, I'm going to actually, since Jeff is here, President-elect Jeff is here, I'm going to have him share information about the cornhole tournament and the volleyball tournament. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I mean, we're so excited to have this event at the City Beach this year. I grew up working in a small arcade on the beach back when it was the Beach Club.
Nice.
And the parking lot was full from all the way to the Crate Center, and they're parked alongside the road. So, I mean, we hope it's that way again soon. But I'm here to talk about the volleyball tournament, which we're going to do a first annual Mayor's Cup Beach Volleyball Tournament. There will be up to 16 teams, co-ed format, 6-person on a team, so you must have 2 females on the court at all times because it's a fun tournament, cash prizes. The cornhole tournament, I believe we have 8 cornhole boards being set up for this for the up to 64 teams. If you haven't seen cornhole, it's one of the fastest growing sports in the country. I was in Myrtle Beach recently at the regional cornhole tournament, kind of by mistake because I was picking my daughter up from college, but I'm amazed at the amount of excitement for this cornhole game. So there'll be $40 a team if you register early. If you register on the day of the tournament, you may or may not get in, but that's $50 a day of. And it's cash prizes based on a full field, $500 for first place. So get your cornhole bags out and show up for the tournament. Thank you, everyone.
So next up, I would like to invite Kjell Dahlen to talk about the 5K race.
Good afternoon. I am Kjell Dahlen, and I'm a member of Sunrise Rotary and longtime member of the Mayor's Cup Committee, and I'm delighted that you all could join us here today. I just wanted to mention the fabulous T-shirts. We do them every year, yes, as a fashion statement for sure, but even more so, it's because it's how we raise money to do some of the projects in our community that we wouldn't otherwise have the funds to develop. And those are things that hopefully you associate with us and you use and are visible to members of the community like yourselves. And for example, the gazebo at the Samuel D. Champlain Monument, the pavilion at Wilcox Dock, we contributed $25,000 to build the universally accessible treehouse, the trailhead of the Saranac River Trail. Projects like that we wouldn't be able to do without the community embracing our T-shirts and enjoying them year after year. I have for you all on your way out a press release that includes the local establishments that will be selling the T-shirts. You will be able to order them online, and you can go to mayorscup.com to find out how to do that. There's just a link that you can click to, but we have some local establishments that are selling them, and I know I sound like, whatever, but we don't print a huge number of T-shirts. So they're going on sale June 9th. Don't wait. Get them when you can. So that's my little plug on the T-shirts. But Michelle Senecal is a member of the Sunrise Rotary Club, and she's chairing the Mayor's Cup 5K race this year. She's unable to attend the press conference today, so I'm standing in for her just to give you a brief update. It's a 5K. It's the morning of the festival, 9 o'clock start, and the 5K, it's a double loop that starts at the beach, includes the bike path, includes a wonderful wooded walking trail that parallels the beach, and then you get to do that again. So it's really nice. I've run out there several times, and I think it's just a really nice course. And it's also the fact that it's shaded. It's a little bit of everything, because you've got the shade, but you've got the beach. So I think it'll be a really nice addition to the festival this year. Registration is requested, and will be less expensive if you do register in advance. And again, all that information will be available probably within the week on the mayorscup.com website. So, thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. A few more things to share with you. The INLE Award, that is part of what we do with the regatta. Usually the award is given to the winner right after the regatta at the barbecue. Things are changing a little bit, so you'll hear more about that. But also, we do ask you in the community, if there's someone that you know, and we've also given it to organizations or groups of people that have gone above and beyond in our community. And there's a basic information on our website, I believe, about the INLE Award. Please check it out. It's nice to, especially right now, to just, look at someone that you've known for years and just acknowledge what they've done to the community. So that's a really big piece of this. Secondly, we are going to have a community tag sale, or tagless sale, this Saturday at the VFW on Boynton Avenue. The reason why I'm saying that is because this is the first chance for those out there that want the first of these T-shirts to be for sale. They'll be on sale. We'll have some people there. Kathy Dooley is here, and she's one of the committee chairs for the T-shirt committee. And they will have more than enough there, but don't wait, because as Joanne said, there are limited numbers of those. So our community sale is this Saturday from 8 until 2. And we're going to have some food trucks, ice cream there, of course. And it's supposed to be like 90-ish degrees, so you got to have some ice cream, right? So there are some great things happening with Plattsburgh Sunrise Rotary, and we do want to thank the city for working with us on it, because it's a big change. And I have to say, if you haven't been to the beach, you can't really drive on there right now, but
No, you can walk on it.
But there's some great stuff going on down there, so you really should check it out. And is there anything else from the group that would like to share more information? So please check out our website. Our updates will be on there. And we're so grateful to have the support of the community. And thank you again for being here. Thank you.
Sue,
Yes,
how do you spell your last name?
it's real long.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
It's L-E, capital B-L-A-N-C, and it's hyphen, Durocher, D-U-R-O-C-H-E-R.
Okay. And I don't know if you or the mayor would want to answer this question, but in the past, the festival has been downtown, and it's been really good for the downtown businesses.
Yep.
You're now moving it out to the beach where there's not that many businesses
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to move it to the beach and, you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. One, the decision to where to host it was really left up to the organizing group, which I supported 100% about moving into the beach. I expressed whatever concern I had about taking this festival out of our downtown or out of our central district. But at the same time, it really does expose the property that we have up there. We want people to get out to the beach. We want people to take advantage of that park, if you will. But on the flip side of that, we still are having and looking to have, the city is looking to have some events downtown. We are actively organizing our 4th of July parade, so we will have that. We met with the fireworks coordinator today. We'll have fireworks on the 4th of July. You know, wait, are there any fireworks?
No fires on that.
All right, that's okay.
Not this year.
Next year. But yeah, this is all part of that. What we expect that summer of the city of Plattsburgh to look like, which is 4th of July, some events in the week, and then wraps up with Mayor's Cup. So although we are shifting this event out of the downtown, we are still looking at having a number of events downtown to promote our downtown business and to promote our historic district.
And I think my other question is probably for Dr. Dahlen. We'll have him around. You mentioned that, at its peak, the Regatta had up to maybe 100 sailing, boats in it. Last year it got down to around 30. Do you have an idea of the number that have registered for this year's race at this point?
Generally, the sailors, they sign up a few days before or a week before. So at this point, I don't really know how many we'll end up having. But I'm hopeful that we could get 40 or 50 boats this year to participate. And we make it easy in that there's no entry fee at all this year. And many of the boats that register, in silver racing, you have a problem with, or not a problem, but there's an issue with rating. So if you watch the race, the boat that comes in first may not necessarily win because of a rating issue. And most of the boats who participate in the race do have an official rating already, so we don't have to deal with that. Whereas in years past, particularly with the Canadian entries, we had to do the rating, and generally we like to do that a week or so before. So people can register very late. And many look at the weather as well. If the weather is good, they come. And the fact is that most of the participants do not come from Clinton County. There's a small minority of the racers who come from here. Most of them are from Vermont, and some from the Albany area, and in the past also many Montrealers. I don't have great hope for the Montrealers this year. It doesn't look like they will be able to participate. But I'm pushing it particularly with the Vermont sailing groups.
I was going to ask what the border closure, how that will impact, the boating participation.
It's really been terrible on the lake with the closure of the border last year. People complain that there's too much traffic with Canadians. I must say last year, I really missed the Canadians. It's almost eerie out on the lake last year with so few boats out there. And you go by the marinas and you see 80% of the boats there on land and not in the water. So hopefully that will open up some. But we will definitely miss them again this year. So we'll just have to work harder to get the Vermonters particularly in. And generally we have a good contingent from Albany as well who come up. And they particularly enjoy the beach. Most of the people who come up from Albany, they are catamaran sailors. and they plan their vacation or the Mayor's Cup week. So they come out a weekend before, stay at the campground at the beach, and then race on Saturday and go back home on Sunday.
I have a question for Sue. You mentioned before that this event is one of your big fundraisers. Can you give us an idea of how much money it typically raises for the organization?
That's a really good question. It varies, of course, every year. It just really depends on majorly selling our T-shirts. That's a huge piece of this. We also do normally get sponsorships. And again, to Dr. Dahlen's comments earlier, it's tough to, we don't know what's happening in the economic world for a lot of corporations. So that is part of this piece. So I hate to throw any numbers out because this year is such an exceptional, special year. I'm not sure what that would normally be. But I think that Kjell Dahlen had mentioned the funds that we do raise do go to local organizations and projects. If you haven't been down at the gazebo at Samuel D. Park, or there's our pavilion at Wilcox Dock, Lapeer Lane in Morrisonville, if you haven't been there, that trail, it's amazing. Those are all pieces of what we've done. The Matthew Moore treehouse that is on, I'm not sure the street name, but I'm sorry?
Pine Street.
Pine Street, thank you, Mayor. Those are all things that you can see that we've been part of, but we help people in Africa. I mean,
About the murals.
Rotary, I'm sorry?
The murals.
The murals, thank you. Jeff, would you like to share about that?
You're doing a
The
great job. So,
outdoor art, we are part of that as well. We do feel that it's important to support our community, and that's what this organization does. And we're always looking for people in the community that would like to be part of that. So, does that answer your question somewhat?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
Thank you.
So Dr. Dahlen touched on, can you go down what's not happening this year? What's been canceled? The barbecue that happens after
Yes.
is off. What else is off? And what COVID protocols will there be in place, if any, for the event?
Thank you, Tom. So really, I think right now the regatta is the only piece of this, the barbecue for the regatta is the only piece of this really that is kind of canceled this time. The INLE award, again, is usually given right after the barbecue. The Naked Turtle, that won't be happening this year because of COVID issues. But we talked to the city, and we're definitely aware and very conscious of what we need to do to keep our community healthy and our members that are volunteering that day to make sure that we are following the guidelines to do so.
Any masks or social distancing at all? Or?
I would say we're going to follow the rules as they're given to us. So, and I think that people are wearing the masks. I think that that's still an option, but being outdoors, I just think I can't. It'd be the health department that would name what the requirements, and we'll definitely follow that.
we're still a month away, so they're changing on a daily basis
Yes.
as well. So we're kind of playing it by ear until the time of the event.
Yes, great question though. Thank you.
And you did say that there's no fireworks this year.
Not for Mayor's Cup,
not
not
for
this
Mayor's
year. Unless somebody out there would like to volunteer to sponsor that. That's a great question.
Give us a call.
Yes, give us a call.
But for the 4th of July?
Yes. We already have 4th of July fireworks planned, budgeted, planned, and we expect that to show on the 4th.
And I know they changed, they've been held at the beach, they've been held down here, where are they?
We're planning on holding it down at Harborside right now. Again, one of those things about attracting people downtown. We all know what 4th of July looks like, and we'll follow the same protocols as we have been for COVID.
How far out does planning start for an event like this? Because I know, right now everybody's feeling good. We're pretty much back to normal, but 3 months ago that wasn't the case. There was still so much uncertainty. So when you started planning it, what did things look like? And we were still in a pretty dark place back then. But I'm just curious what the picture sort of was when things were coming together.
Well, that's a great question, and the funny part of it is this was done last year. We had all of this, we had so much figured out last year that this is kind of just tweaking it, and so it is tough because we were gung-ho, we had met with the city, and we were going to do this, and we had already kind of designed some of the T-shirts and had sponsors and organizations that really wanted to be part of it, and then it was just, it was decided that we couldn't do it. It was, you know, a guideline that the government had set, which was a great idea, and we're glad that that was taken care of. But so this was kind of like a little smoother this year. Usually it's about a year. You know, in past years it's really been that way. It is a lot. It's a lot to reach out to sponsors and to and organizations be part of it. And the city has been wonderful with this, but I'd say a year. Does that sound fair to everyone?
Generally, after the Mayor's Cup is done, we have a meeting about a month later, and then we start planning for the next.
So.
Have you kept all your sponsors, or has COVID affected the number of sponsors that you have?
COVID has definitely affected that piece, but again, you know, it's difficult. You know, in past years, the economy not being so challenging, it wasn't really a question to reach out to our previous sponsors of the previous year and say, you know, would you like to be part of this, you know, with this event? It's difficult to do that now because we don't know, you know, where things are going for those organizations, those companies. So we're just, you know, this is a test run kind of for us. This
We'll
after.
gladly take them if they approach us.
Yes, Jeff. Yes,
No-
call
no
Jeff
doubt.
Prescott because he's happy to talk to you. Yes, we are still getting people each week. We have businesses and organizations asking if they can be part of this event, which we are thrilled to do. But the time is ticking. We have a month, so we have to really kind of make sure that we get things buttoned up before the event.
I think also during the past year, we realized that many of the businesses are having a hard time, so
Right.
we hate to beg for money.
Right. So, any other questions? Thank you again so much for being here. We're really grateful, and we're looking forward to sharing more with you in the future. Thank you. Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you so much.
Right on, absolutely.